zwar, dass ich auch den lieben Johnny edifieren darf. Und ihr müsst euch vorstellen, mit Jonathan habe ich schon einiges erlebt. Ich habe ihn auf vielen großen Bühnen sprechen gehört, vor 5.000 Menschen, 10.000 Menschen. Ja, habe mit ihm selbst schon die Bühne teilen dürfen auf dem einen oder anderen Opportunity-Event hier in Deutschland. Und Johnny ist wirklich immer eine der Personen, ja, er ist so die einzige Person, die Marvin das Wasser reichen konnte, wenn es um das Thema die höchste Energie im Raum ging. Und da ist er auf jeden Fall auch im amerikanischen Bereich definitiv einer der Vorreiter und bin extrem stolz, extrem dankbar, mit Personen wie ihm zusammenarbeiten zu dürfen. Eine krasse Geschichte hinter ihm. Ja, früher als Fußballprofi sich versucht, ja, über Umwege dann hier Network Marketing kennengelernt, schon seit vielen, vielen Jahren in der Industrie tätig und hat mit seinem Geschäftspartner Julian hier schon unfassbar viel auf die Beine gestellt und das Ganze auch nach Deutschland gebracht. Ja, Chris hat es gestern in der Videonachricht gesagt, er ist auch der Grund dafür, dass wir heute alle hier sein dürfen. Ja, Jonathan ist nicht nur die Person, die es hier nach Deutschland gebracht hat, sondern damit auch unser aller Upline. Und ich finde das deswegen auch extrem bemerkenswert, dass er sich für uns hier die Zeit nimmt. Und yes, jetzt nochmal auf Englisch. So, Johnny, I just introduced you very quickly in English, in German. So I'm very, very happy and grateful that you are taking your time here today to give us some value, to educate all of us. So, guys, please let the chat burn. Leute, lasst den Chat auf jeden Fall mal brennen. So, Johnny, I'm gonna unmute you. The stage is yours. I'm really, really excited about your part today. So let's go. You can.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, great. Let's go.
Can you see me? Give me a second. Let me see. It looks pretty dark. All right. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Yes?
Yes, let's go.
All right. Well, before we even start, I just want to say I'm extremely excited, not just to be on this call, but just to see, it's 153 of us and the faces that I do see. I'm just, excited. I haven't been in Germany. I haven't been in Europe for the past 1 year and a half, ever since this whole crazy virus thing has gone on. But I'm super, super excited just to be on this call with you guys. Understand that to me, my business is more of a relationship thing. To me, I look at David, I look at every single one of you guys. I look at Sarah, I look at every single one of you guys as family. So today, if you're in this call, I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a phenomenal end of the year. But aside from that, hope you're having a phenomenal life. Why? Because yes, right, we have crazy things going on in the world, but at the same time, we have crazy things going on in our business. If you recap everything that's happened this past 24 months, everything, aside from the whole company, aside from new chairmans popping out everywhere, right? You see that it's taking time for people to go to the next level. You see people be able to elevate themselves a little bit bigger, much faster, right? You see people with zero to no network marketing history before coming in and winning big. You see people are big leaders from other companies launching with I Am Mastery Academy. Why? Because we have, right, the real deal. We have what I like to say, the Rolls Royce or the Ferrari or the Lamborghini, whatever you like, of the network marketing industry. And it's beautiful to see that while everything's going on in this crazy world, we have an opportunity that's giving back to people. Think about it, right? One of my mentors said, Johnny, you got to ask yourself in a business perspective before I even start into the training, right? He said, look, listen, you got to ask yourself, would you be using the products or services if the company didn't pay you? And I look back when I first got introduced to this business by Christopher Terry, and I remember him explaining to me the business, and I go, wow, I could be a customer. Wow, people actually need this. People actually need the academy. People actually need the copy paste profit. People actually need the financial education. This is something that people need. And since it's something that people need, it's why our business, and you see many chairmen. Jan just said chairman 25. Jan just said chairman 25 out of Germany, is where you see people explode. Just the past 4 or 5 months, I could tell you, we had an extra 7 chairmans pop out of our organizations. We have a chairman 100, Herman Costello. We had 2 new chairman 50s out of Mexico. We had 3 new chairman 10s out of Colombia and Peru. And it's phenomenal to hear this, right? And a new chairman 25 out of Germany. It's phenomenal to hear this because you're like, wow, what we have is actually something very special, guys. And just don't take that out of advantage. If you're here today and you have less than 24 days to finish off the year, I advise you to finish it off with results, because I'll start off with this, right? So step number 1, you see, one of my mentors always said, Johnny, in this life, in this business, you can only have 1 or 2 things, results or excuses why you don't have the results. I repeat, in this life, right? Or in this business, you can only have two things: results or excuses. Why don't you have the results you want, right? What do I mean by that? You see, it's too many of us, we get too caught up in our story, or we get too caught up in what we have going on. Hey, Johnny, maybe my parents weren't physically there. They don't see the vision. Listen, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. Or Johnny, I'm in a town where there's only 20,000 people. I don't necessarily know how many people it takes to go. It only takes 500 to go to Chairman 10. So even if it's 10,000 people, you only need 5% of that. You're welcome, right? But we let the excuses talk more than our results. And then you see Chairman 750, Bryce Thompson. You see Chairman 250, right? His brother and one of the Joy. You see a Chairman, don't even go so far. You see a new Chairman 25, John Mundalo, where he literally bought a car where he has put more miles on his car in the past year than I have on all my cars for the past 10 years. He's literally put in that one Jaguar over a certain thousand miles more than I've used all my cars in the past 10 years, because he's been grinding. He's on the field. Why? Because he does not let himself become a product of his excuses. So today, understand this: you can either have one or two. One, results; two, excuses, but you can't have both. I advise you today, if you look at the past and you had some sort of rank up, perfect, congrats, get to work. That's a pass. Today's the day. If you log into your back office and you can't show the rank and you can't show production, guess back, go back to work. Yes, congrats, you hit P600, P1000, P2000, P5000, you know, but hey, stop saying living in the past. Oh, well, I'm a P1000, I'm a P600, I'm a P2000, I'm a badass, and start living in the future, start living in the present, get back to work. If you're people, if you don't have at least 10 Chairman 10s, what are you doing? I celebrated John's Chairman 25 last night at 2 in the morning when we had a call, and then I got back to work. I had a call with 2,000 plus people at 3 in the morning. Go to my stories, you'll see them. I not only had David Muniti, Alex Morin on my call, but guess what? I got back to work. And excuse me, this stays between us, but if you're gonna let me outwork you and I make what most people make in not even in a year, in a month, then there's something wrong with us. So I advise you today on this call, yes, congrats on previous success, but start living in the past, start working in the future, start working on the now. Two, if you haven't had success, better yet, forget in the past what you have or haven't done and focus on where you're going right now. Why? Because you're always seeing the future. You see leaders, ready? Write this down. Number two, leaders work in the present, but see themselves in the future. Leaders work in the present, but see themselves in the future. You see, some of us, the reason why we don't have the massive success is not that we're not any better or we're not good. Yes, some of you guys are smarter than I am in 99% of the things that we do. But the reason why I have the results that I have today, it's because I've been more consistent and I've always lived as if I was a chairman, not just 100, but 750, chairman 1 mil. You see, I've always worked right now, but I always work as a chairman 750. Do I have to do a call with 3,000, 2,000 people at 3 in the morning? Hell no. Or do I still do it? Yes. Do I still go and do tours, or I do meetings where we're shut down, lockdown? I still go to fly San Francisco, do one-on-ones. I still recruit. I still do one-on-ones. Yes. Do I need to do them? No. Do I have a nice check that's comfortable? Sure. But you see, I live in the future. I have goals, dreams, and aspirations that I have dates. You look around my office, I have everything written down. I have a calendar written down in front of me on a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, on a month-to-month basis. Why? Because I live in the future. Yes, I'm working in the present, but I know where I'm going. I've always seen where I'm going. Leaders work in the present, but they always see where they're going. Some of us, we stop themselves. We get P1, P2, P5, and we're like, oh my God, you know what? P2, P5 money, it's pretty good. I'm good. I'm not going to go Chairman 10. And we focus too much on us that we get too comfortable to actually go and keep on working like you were hungry, working like if you were on rank, working like if you were P150. Some of us were like, oh, okay, that's fine. And that's why we're aware. We stop ourselves from our big, massive explosion, from going Chairman 10, 25, 50, 100. It's because we stop ourselves from our own blessings because we get too focused and caught up on the now or in the past. Today, I repeat one more time. Leaders work in the present, but see themselves in the future. right? Next, right? Repetition becomes your reputation. Repetition becomes your reputation. You see, something that I've always admired about leaders that I always follow is that I like to follow leaders where I like to learn on a daily basis. And I see leaders that are always on the field. You see, to me, I understood one thing in this industry, right? You have a name. Now, how do you create a name and how do people follow? How will you guys do what I tell you to do today? Or why will you guys even listen to me on this call? It's because you guys are seeing the results, right? You guys not only, whether you guys follow me on Instagram or not, or whatever, you guys are seeing the new shout outs, the new rank us we're posting, right? Julian and myself. So you guys go, okay, perfect. He has the results I want. But how do we do that? It's because of what Julian and myself repeated on a day-to-day basis that creates my reputation. I know that in this business, network marketing, you don't have to be the prettiest looking person. You don't have to be the well-spoken or well-dressed, right? But you do need to learn skill sets. And I became obsessed with becoming obsessed with this one simple thing. You ready? It's called becoming obsessed with repeating the basics. I became so obsessed that I created a reputation for myself. I know any leader that has joined me, example, right now, I just popped 2 new Chairman 10s out of Portugal and a new Chairman 50 that we're about to announce. This leader joined less than 24 days ago. The reason why they joined said, Johnny, every other day, your Instagram feed is annoying me. You're on either calls, you're on a plane, you're doing this, but you're always working. So guess what? What I have repeated created my reputation where other people wanted to join me. Have people with same qualities or bigger qualities follow you? Guess what? Start repeating the basics. Start repeating the one-on-ones. Start creating a reputation where you start creating a reputation for yourself in this industry. Chairman, but every P5000, every P2000, P1000, every P600, every P1 knows that I have their full support. I'm not that, trust me, yes, I have plenty of them. But guess what? I understand that if I could and I can, above and beyond to whether it's a call, it's the basics or anything. I create my reputation out of creating repetition of always working on the field and always doing what it needs to take. So today, what are the basics that you need to create repetition on? Number one, right? Ready? Number one is creating production. You see, as a personal human being, as a leader, I realize this. You see, most people, the information that I tell you, 90% will go 1 year, 90% will go another year. Only 10 will stay here. But what does it take to be a leader? What does it take to be a 6-figure earner? Guess what? You take a leader, it takes responsibility to creating production. I go and every time I say, well, before I could tell a Sarah, a David, a Benny, right, what to do, guess what? I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna create more chairmans. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna create new P150s, P600s, P1000s, P2000s, P5000s. I will create more stories, more success stories. Why? Because if I tell David, right, and he looks at me and goes, Johnny, well, I haven't seen you worked or showed a business or popped any new ranks. Why should I listen to you? But you see, before I could tell David what to do, I'm already working and creating, new success stories to be able to approach David and tell him do this. He was like, okay, no problem. Why? Because he's seeing the results. So guess what? A leader not only focuses on the basic number one, which is called creating production. Number two, creating promotions. What is promotions? Rank ups. If you look at me, well, Johnny, creating Chairman 10s right now, it's pretty tough. No, I'm not saying creating Chairman 10s. You ready? The biggest promotion you have to focus today in your business is creating new P150s and new P600s in your organization. You want to go Chairman 10? Ready? You need 12 P600s and all 3 legs of yours. If you focus less on your check and focus on all 3 organizations to have at least 12 people making $600 a month, congrats, you're making $12,000 a month. I break down the numbers where it's not my paycheck, but it's other people's paychecks. You see, I knew that more than what I know the numbers for chairman. Yes, I know it's 500, right? But to me, I divide it where I go, okay, where's the most way that people can win the most? Oh, you don't like 600 people making you don't like 12 people making $600 a month? It's 24 in each leg, making $150 a month. Congrats. I divide it where I know I'm gonna help the most people. Forget your check, start focusing on other people's checks. So create promotions. And the last, by default, you create payouts. You see, one of my mentors taught me this. He said, Johnny, you want to be in business for a short time? Create a check for yourself. You want to be in business for a lifetime? Create payouts for other people. Another focus on other people. Create new chairmen, create new success stories. Grab the light and put it on other people. Don't be focused on being the king, but the kingmaker. Don't be focused on being the king, but the kingmaker. You see, I don't focus on getting, being the, oh my God, that's Johnny. No, I could care less. If you know me in person, you know that to me, I talk to you, if whether you're a P150, P600, P1000 chairman, I could care less. I don't care to be the man in the room. I focus on the newest leader to do a come up. And that's why we have over 56 new chairmen in our organization. Why? Because we focus on other people. I'm crazy enough that I want 100 chairmen. You might look at me crazy, but guess what? It takes a crazy person to actually do it. That's why they call it crazy income. So I repeat, do not be focused on, ready? Becoming the king, but the king maker. Focus on other people. Focus on other people. Focus on other people's payouts. You want to be in business for a little bit? Create a check for yourself. You want to be in business for a lifetime? Focus on other people and create them a check. Create them a success story. Make them grow physically, financially, mentally. And guess what? They will forever be grateful for you and they will forever follow you. So what is it? Production, promotion, and payouts. 3 Ps, right? Number 3, ask yourself this. Very, very simple. 150 of us today. I like this type of conversation. It's a small enough conversation that I could get straight to the root. Ready? I want you guys tonight, and it is tonight. It's around 9 p.m., 10 p.m., correct, in Germany. Ask yourself this. Go back tonight and ask yourself in the mirror, hey, at what level am I actually playing this business? Some of us, we say, hey, I want to be chairman 10, and we clap and woo, chairman 10, but we're working like a P150. Or we get stuck at P600, P1000, we're like, you know what? P1000 ain't bad. You see, the biggest thing you need to know about this business as a leader is 2 things. 1, selfless. 2, self-aware of where you're at. 1 is selfless. 2 is self-aware. Be self-aware where you stand. Example, I am playing in Division 1. How can I explain to you guys? Ready? I played football for the longest. My dad played professional. That's like saying Bayern Munich, and if you guys don't like the team, that's fine, right? But that's like saying Bayern Munich is going to play their division Bundesliga. They wouldn't, right? Why? Because you're like, no, that's a quality team. They wouldn't play, and if they do, they'll destroy every team in the third division. Correct? Okay. Do me a favor. Ask yourself, what league am I playing in this business? Am I third league, second league, or am I trying to play the All-Stars? Am I trying to be a chairman 100? Am I trying to be a chairman 750s? Or am I just trying to be a P5000 or a chairman 10? Am I trying to be the second division? That's fine. Be self-aware where you're at so you can catch it and switch shits. I've been the P150 or the chairman 10 stuck at, you know what? $10,000 a month isn't that bad. Around 8-9 years ago. But then you know what? I said, hey, listen, if I focus on other people, yeah, guess what? $100,000 or more is not that bad at all either. But it's not the money. It's the self-awareness of what level you're playing this business at. If you just joined this business just to make a few $100, perfect. But yes, you can have infinity. I was talking to David last night after our call, 4 in the morning. I said, look, Johnny, the reason why you and me keep on going and why I like to actually get on your calls is very simple, man. Bro, you guys really don't care. Like, I seen you guys have top chairmen left and right, and you guys don't really focus on showing your rank ups or doing this. I'm like, not really. He's like, bro, it's the same thing with me. David looked at me, he said, and I hope this stays between us, guys. He looked at me, he said, Johnny, I want you to see this. David last month made $4.4 million. Remember, he has other investments. He looks at me, he goes, Johnny, $4 million, $1 million a month is enough. $2 million a month is enough. Matter of fact, $500,000 a month is enough. $200,000 a month. He goes, it's not the money, it's the people, but it's at the league that we're playing. I'm playing at a professional level where I know I'm not only trying to make $1 million a day, but if I can make $1 million a day, that means people are making $1 million a month. My people are making $1 million a month, $1 million a week, and I've had shown the way. So what does that mean? Ask yourself at what level you're trying to play. Because some of us, again, we celebrate Chairman 10, we go Chairman 25, oh my God, but we don't know what level we're playing at. We're not self-aware, we're not self-conscious that we're playing ourselves low Because remember, it leads back to belief level. If you actually believe yourself as Chairman 10, Chairman 100, do me a favor. Go back to Instagram. And I love that Bryce just posted this. Bryce, 2 years ago, he posted a conversation with him and David. David literally said, hey, congrats on Chairman 10. I know the back office still hasn't updated, but I know you're Chairman 10. 2018. We had just joined. November 2018. Hey, I remember I was a P2000 at your house. I met you. The dates are there. Go to Bryce's Instagram. Hey, congrats on Chairman 25. No, you know, and it just keeps on going. What do I mean by that? Bryce joined his company 2016. He was P2000, P5000 until November 2018. Now he's a Chairman 750. Congrats, boys and girls. You're playing yourself. He believed much bigger and started playing at a Division 2 or Division 3 level or P5000. Started playing at a first division. So you know what? Screw this. I could also do it. The man's a Chairman 750. Why? Because he became self-aware of what level he was playing. So at what level are you seeing this business today? Next, production versus rank. Production versus rank. Guys, this is very important. And I'm going pretty fast because I have one last thing, right? But production versus rank. What do I mean by that? These some of us, we follow the check. We follow the rank. We're like, oh my God, Chairman 10. Oh my God, Chairman 25. Oh my God, Chairman 50. To be honest, guys, after Chairman 50, money is just money. Yeah, it's Chairman 50, Chairman 100. It's 3 times the payout. But it feels like you're playing GTA. It feels like numbers are just in your bank account, right? But to be honest with you, the one thing I realized is don't follow the ranks. Some of us, we follow like, oh my God, well, maybe John could have hit Chairman 25 much faster because he was the Chairman 10. He had the success stories. He had the teams. You know, he just needed to that. Or if I had John's paycheck, or if I had Maurice's paycheck, or if I had, you know, anybody of this people's paychecks, then I'll be able to show people so I can recruit more people. No, it doesn't work like that. Nobody gave me a paycheck first and told me, hey, listen, you go and recruit people with this paycheck. No, we created our own paycheck. We were in your same spot. As a matter of fact, even worse, because we didn't have the success stories of other people. Some of us, we follow the rank that we become obsessed with. Like, if I was a Chairman 10, and that's why you're not a Chairman 10. You're trying to follow the rank instead of following the production. I don't judge somebody because of the rank. I judge the production. What I mean by production, I told you, I don't follow Chairman 10. I follow somebody that says, hey, listen, I actually want the highest paid or at least 12 people in every leg of mine making $600 a month. So today I ask you, hey, start looking out for yourself. Start saying, I want Chairman 10, I want Chairman 25, I want Chairman 50. Start saying, how many people can I help make $600 a month or $1,000 a month? Whatever you want to set a goal to. Why? Because you must stop following the rank. You must stop becoming obsessed with like Chairman 10, Chairman 10, Chairman 10, and start following the production. Start following where you can help out the newest person go 2 and free. The newest person go P150. The newest person makes $600 a month. Because if you focus after success, after success, after success, guess what? That's called creating a belief level system. This business, the most important thing about this business is 2 things: belief and events. Beliefs and events. If there's no belief level within your team because you're the only one that's winning, or you're too obsessed with trying to be Chairman 10, 25, that you stop focusing on the newest person going 2 and free, learning how to use your products or services, go on P150, P600, then the belief level is not there. That means your team is dying. Your team's dying. Your rank is not there. That means your team and your rank is not there. That means you have no business. So belief and events, any Zoom calls, any trainings, any personal event, any of those, always focus on those 2 things: belief and events. Whether it's Zoom calls, Zoom events, Zoom events. What do I mean by that? Always focus on other people. Stop following the rank, stop following anything else, and start following the production. And last but not least, guys, focus on the main fundamentals of becoming obsessed and teaching this. Ready? And I'm very happy to say this, that this is what has created my reputation. Ready? Number 1, become focused on creating a reputation of becoming an effective presentation. Become obsessed with giving an effective presentation. To me, guess what? I understand that I could control what's only thing that I could control, which is my ability to learn my skill sets. So I became obsessed with learning how to give a presentation. Some of us in this call, yes, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call BS some of you guys here. Some of us, we don't know how to show the business. We know how to read out of a PowerPoint, but if I would have told you, hey, David, and this is not me picking on David, if I would have asked David, can you explain to me I Am Mastery Academy in 2 minutes, 2 to 4 minutes, without any PowerPoint? Some of us would be like, Johnny, I don't know what to do. Exactly. I become so obsessed that I can explain this business left and right in less than 5 minutes. You try to be perfect. Hey, listen, what are you gonna do? Hey, look, I travel the world helping people make money off their phone. How do you do that? Oh, well, we actually have an academy that's divided in 3 parts. One, right? We have an academy of 100+ educators in the Forex, crypto, and stock market, teaching people how to leverage themselves and their knowledge to learn the basics, intermediate, or advanced on all 3 markets. 2, copy paste profit products, where we have apps that you can copy paste from our experts, not being the expert. Learn, paste. And 3, you simply get paid by helping other people see the vision. If you like the products, perfect, you can share it. It's 100%, right? It's 100% on your own option. It's optional, but why wouldn't you? It's called residual income. It took me less than a minute. Guess what? People come with more answers than questions. Some of you guys take an hour, 2 hours to show the presentation, and people look at you like, I don't know what you mean. Become obsessed at presenting and giving an effective presentation. Number 2, become obsessed by launching somebody's business. I became so obsessed that I grabbed somebody and somebody joins my business. Guess what? I become obsessed. I know how to launch a business. Hey, do me a favor. Look, in the next 24, 48 hours, we're going to do 3 things. 1, we're going to do short-term, long-term goals. 2, we're going to personally help you how to invite. 3, we're going to write a list of 100 or 150 people. You want to put a start to the top 10 people you want to work with the most. And 4, we're going to set up at least 4 to 6 new presentations in the next 24 or 48 hours. I become so obsessed with launching people's business that I already know what to do without me even thinking about it. So much that all my leaders have listened to the exact same thing, that it's all they know. And that's called duplication, right? 3, it's called become obsessed with launching people's products, showing them results. Some of us, we focus on just launching, doing other people, focus on our check, that we forget to actually set people up on our products. Guys, we have a product that makes people money. We have a product that not only makes them money, but teaches them the skill set of financial education. We have over 150 educators in every single, right, market. Why not teach them that? Some of us, we get too confused. We think the job starts or the job ended when we finally get somebody into our business. No, that's when the job starts. You mean to tell me you wasted all your time, energy to get somebody into your business to then let them go and, okay, go figure it out yourself? That's why they leave. That's literally why they leave. So focus on people. And last but not least, create leaders. Ready? This is the main key. You create the leaders create the business. I don't focus on recruiting people. I focus on my people because I know my people will create my business. Stop focusing on recruiting people. Start focusing on creating the business. On creating the leaders. I focus on creating leaders. I know my leaders will create the business. I pour into my leaders. I give 150% so they can give me at least 100% of themselves. You create the leaders create the business. Last but not least, guys, because I gotta go. It's called committed to DR. Committed. Today, I want you to ask yourself, ready? Be committed to DRs. Be committed to daily results. Today, ask yourself as a leader, are you being accountable, or are you have an accountability partner? I have one. It's called Julian Kushner. That literally we keep each other accountable to. How many presentations have you done? How many meetings have you done? How many people have you recruited? If you can't keep yourself accountable, guess what? Have an accountability partner that pushes you every day. 2, right? Take the responsibility. Understand anything bad, a leader takes the responsibility. Anything good goes from you and the organization down. I understand we pop a new Chairman 25. I go celebrate Jan and his whole squad. I don't take the credit. Anything bad happens, Johnny takes the credit, because a leader not only takes the credit for anything bad, but finds a solution. Because at the end of the day, leaders create more leaders, not followers. And last but not least, guys, I want you guys to take the final step to being 100% committed to yourself, to your team, and starting today, whether you have results in the past or no results, to be committed for the next 8 to 10 months to actually put in the work, put into action, create new success stories. Because guys, the company is multiplied. There's over 500,000 people in the company themselves. Let's go short it. You just saw a new Chairman 25 popped out of Germany. Let's go short it. David's going to go Chairman 10, 25, 50, 100. ask yourself, are you just going to be the person just clapping for him? Are you going to be the person meeting him on stage because you're speaking on stage at just Chairman 10? Be committed to yourself. When is the last time you committed 100% for yourself for at least 8 to 10 months? To your results, to your actions, to growing yourself. Because a leader understands this. It's not a one day I know it all. It's on a I'm growing day-to-day basis, which means you're growing yourself mentally on the car, day-to-day, listening to the audios, reading the books. I'm growing mentally and using the services day-to-day. I'm learning how to use every new service day-to-day. And guess what? I'm learning how to launch business every day for the rest of the day. It's not one way all, as we're every single way and we're going all the way. With that being said, guys, thank you so much. Have a phenomenal end of the year and get fired up. Why not? You guys have a business that people need. So go get fired up. I'm fired up to actually be back in Germany. I love every single one of you guys. David, I'm telling you right now, David's going Chairman, not only 10, 25, 50, 100 and above. Are you going to join him? Or are you just going to clap for him? Because he knows where he's going. Do you know where you're going? That being said, guys, thank you so much. And do me a favor, when you get a chance, send a text message of appreciation to David, to your mentor. Because guess what? The biggest way to accelerate your own business by celebrating your other people's business. With that being said, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I love every single one of you guys. And I'm excited to get back to Germany. David, it's all yours, my brother.
Let's go. Thank you so much for your knowledge. Thank you so much for your time and sharing so many thoughts and so much knowledge for us. So wow, that was just amazing. Thank you so much and enjoy your day in the nice weather Miami. We're gonna sit here in coldest Germany. Also Leute, das war auf jeden Fall ein crazy Part hier von Johnny. Leute, lasst den Chat nochmal brennen. Ich hoffe, ihr habt eine Insta-Story gemacht, ihn auf Instagram getaggt. Lasst auch ihm gerne eine Nachricht da, wirklich, um euch zu bedanken für seinen Part, seine Zeit. Ihr habt gesehen, da ist schönes Wetter. Er hat Calls, er ist schon 6 Minuten überfällig für den Termin, den er hat. Und er hat sich extra nochmal Zeit für uns genommen, ja, uns noch mehr Mehrwert mitzugeben. Und noch gerade die Message am Ende fand ich auf jeden Fall sehr, sehr kraftvoll, deswegen extrem crazy. Und tatsächlich möchte ich auch dem Ganzen gar nicht so viel hinterherhängen, sondern nur das Ganze nochmal bekräftigen, was Johnny gerade bereits gesagt hat, ja, dass es letztendlich so simpel ist, worauf es hier in diesem Business ankommt. Gerade die letzten Punkte, ja, being obsessed with presenting effectively, being obsessed with launching properly and being obsessed with launching people's products properly. Ja, sehr wichtig. Wie heißt der auf Insta? Einfach Jonathan Lopez eingeben, das wirst du auf jeden Fall finden, Robin. Also schreibt es einfach mal gerne in den Chat. Und deswegen, Leute, lasst uns darauf konzentrieren, diese wenigen simplen Dinge einfach mal richtig zu machen, ja. Der Grund, warum du jetzt noch nicht an dem Punkt stehst, wo du eigentlich stehen wolltest, ja, Ende des Jahres. Ich denke, jeder hier hat sich Ziele Anfang des Jahres gesetzt und der Grund, warum du da noch nicht stehst, ist wahrscheinlich, weil du einen dieser Punkte, vor allem wenn es um den Businessaufbau geht oder deine Trading-Resultate, weil du das noch nicht so ernst genommen hast, ja, weil du noch nicht konsequent dahinter standest, ja. Und das ist einfach auch der Grund, wo wir, oder ich sag mal der Punkt, wo wir uns heute an der Nase packen können und jetzt in den letzten 3 Wochen, es sind noch exakt 3 Wochen von heute an bis Ende des Jahres, noch dieses Jahr was verändern können, noch dieses Jahr den Rank endlich machen können, der uns schon längst zusteht, endlich ja die Resultate, die Prozente auf dem Trading-Konto machen können, die wir uns vorgenommen haben, die wir uns vorgestellt haben. Ja, und dafür ist jetzt definitiv noch die Zeit. Ja, wir sagen ja so schön, don't get weak on weekends. Und ich sage euch, Leute, werdet auch nicht schwach am Ende des Jahres. Ja, wir rennen hier nicht durch eine Ziellinie. Ich auf jeden Fall nicht. Ich nehme gerade erst Anlauf. Ich nehme Anlauf für das nächste Jahr, für die nächsten Wochen, für die nächsten Monate, ja, für die nächsten Ranks, die Führungskräfte, ja, und die Erfolge, die ich hier in diesem Team sehen möchte. Das heißt, das fängt alles heute an und ich freue mich deswegen einfach extrem auf diese gemeinsame Reise. Und wir werden auch nächste Woche am Montag wieder ganz normal um 21 Uhr ja, einen großen Teamcall hier haben mit sehr viel Mehrwert für euch, von den Leuten, die gerade Momentum in ihrem Business kreieren, die ihr Wissen an euch weitergeben werden. Deswegen seid auch da auf jeden Fall alle am Start. Mich freut es zu sehen, dass wir hier knapp 150 Leute sind. Auch die ein oder andere Person aus einem anderen Team, die hier noch mit dazukommt. Deswegen freut es mich auch, dass ihr euch die Zeit genommen habt. Und in diesem Sinne, Leute, möchte ich das Ganze soweit auch schon beenden. Ich kann euch nur am Ende des Tages sagen, Leute, setzt das Ganze um, was Johnny euch heute mitgegeben hat. Und ich freue mich auf jeden Fall auf die Zukunft. Lasst die Gruppen brennen, droppt eure Top-Learnings rein und ich wünsche euch einen wunderschönen Abend.